A ceasefire agreement reached just 42 days ago hangs precariously in the balance. Both Israel and Hamas agreed to a truce hoping to end weeks of devastating violence. Yet the ceasefire remains fragile. The path to a lasting peace is fraught with obstacles fueled by mistrust and accusations. The key sticking points revolve around humanitarian aid delivery and the release of hostages. The recent conflict, erupting in October 2023, left a trail of devastation. Over 1,200 Israelis lost their lives, and more than 250 were taken hostage. In Gaza, the death toll climbed to over 48,000, a stark reminder of the human cost. The ceasefire brokered by Egypt offered a glimmer of hope. At the heart of the current impasse lies a fundamental breakdown in trust. Each side views the other's actions with suspicion, interpreting every move through the lens of past grievances. Hamas accuses Israel of reneging on its promise to facilitate the delivery of essential aid to Gaza. They claim that only a fraction of the promised tents, mobile homes, and medical supplies have reached those in desperate need. Israel, in turn, accuses Hamas of holding hostages as bargaining chips, using their lives as leverage. These competing narratives highlight the challenge of navigating a path towards peace. Until a foundation of trust can be established, any progress made towards a lasting ceasefire will remain tenuous. In the midst of this volatile situation, Egypt has emerged as a critical mediator. With its long-standing relationships with both Israel and Hamas, Egypt is uniquely positioned to facilitate dialogue. The success of the ceasefire hinges on Egypt's ability to navigate these treacherous diplomatic waters. Egypt's role extends beyond simply facilitating communication. They have taken on the responsibility of overseeing the implementation of the ceasefire agreement. Khalil al-Hayya, Hamas's political chief in Gaza, has been engaged in intensive talks with Egyptian security officials in Cairo. These talks are seen as crucial to breaking the current deadlock. Egypt is working to secure the release of the remaining hostages while pressuring Israel to expedite the delivery of aid to Gaza. Despite these obstacles, Egypt remains committed to its role as mediator. While the political negotiations continue, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepens. The recent conflict exacerbated an already dire situation, leaving the population in desperate need of basic necessities. The delivery of humanitarian aid is paramount, not only to alleviate suffering but also to build a foundation for lasting peace. The international community has pledged significant aid to Gaza. However, navigating the complexities of delivering aid in a conflict zone presents significant obstacles. The lack of trust between Israel and Hamas further complicates the situation. The international community must work tirelessly to ensure that aid reaches those who need it most. This requires not only providing financial assistance but also overcoming the logistical and political barriers. Beyond emergency relief, the international community must support long-term development projects in Gaza. While the ceasefire brought a welcome respite from violence, it represents just the first step on a long journey towards lasting peace. Numerous challenges lie ahead, including the sensitive issue of hostage releases and the resumption of negotiations. The issue of hostages remains a significant stumbling block. Hamas has released some hostages but continues to hold others, while Israel insists on the release of all its citizens. Negotiations between Israel and Hamas, initially slated to take place in Doha, have stalled. The future of the talks remains uncertain, with both sides blaming the other for the impasse. The international community must continue to exert pressure on both sides to return to the negotiating table. A lasting peace requires not only an end to the violence but also a just and sustainable solution. The stakes are too high and the human cost too great to allow the situation to deteriorate further.